Okay guys, I am back. And you guys are probably wondering, what is all this stuff right here on the table? So, a lot of this stuff right here comes from some of the new research that I have discovered that has been lost for more than 50 years. No other Bruce Lee fans, collectors, historians have this information. And I know that for a fact. Nobody has been able to figure out where these photos were taken and when they were taken and why they were taken. We just have the photos. I'm on the groups every day. I'm on the Facebook pages. I've got tons of books. No one has figured these photos out. I've had very little to figure this out. Very little help, little to no help to figure these mysteries out. Okay, so this is going to be part of the new book by Ludo Vincendu from France and myself called Bruce Lee Tournaments and Demonstrations that just came out. I didn't make no money off this book. Ludo made a few copies just for the fans, gave a few of those out to the fans, and he came to me in 2021 to help put a book together about something I've always wanted to do, Bruce Lee's tournament scene information regarding the tournaments that he did demonstrations at, or he just made appearances. And over the history of the course of 50 years plus, there have been a lot of incorrect information as far as locations, dates, and what happened at those events regarding Bruce Lee, his appearances there. So we're going to go over several of those appearances at tournaments and just demonstrations. It's pretty much about his demonstrations in the US of A. All right. Some of them also from Hong Kong, but it's basically about Bruce's demonstrations. So this first picture right here, you see Bruce Lee sitting down on it's like a flower pot as he watches karate demonstration taking place. And in the background, you have Alan Steen and some of his students there. And Alan Steen found out, by the way, this was in 1969 during the Marlowe tour. The day was October 21st, 1969, Tuesday. So Alan Steen from Texas, Dallas, Texas, he overhears that Bruce Lee will be doing a demonstration at Mann's shop. Mann's shop was a men's fashion clothing store that Bruce Lee had a demonstration to do on the same day, later this day. And anyways, Alan Steen finds out about this and decides to invite Bruce to his demonstration. And where this took place, a lot of people always had wondered where this was. And it's actually a place in Dallas, Texas called One Main Place. And there's really no way to find this information out unless you've done extensive research. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next still and show you guys how I found this information out. Let's see here. Let's go back and let's pull up the next photo. So we can see Bruce Lee here doing a side kick at one of the people in the demonstrations, and you see the little water fountain right here? It's about up to their knees, right? And then above, you see the little, there's like a, let me try to get rid of that. Right above Bruce and them, there's a ledge and there's people standing up there. You see the person standing up here on the top? Right? There's a street up there. Okay, you see this little rail right here? I looked at all of the detail in these photos, okay? So, and if you notice Bruce's clothes, he's got the black and white striped shirt on with the white pants, okay? And of course, his 1969 haircut. I know a lot of people are not familiar with the years of his haircuts, but I mean, I go in that detail to know the period of which he was in, even by his haircuts and certain clothes that he wore. So I'm gonna go to the next photograph. There's I went to that one already. Let's find the other one, okay? Okay. So you see him on the microphone? All right. This is the same day, okay? Now you see that restaurant right there, that sign that says Brennan's. This little sign is what cracked the mystery for me. Okay? So Brennan's was a restaurant in New Orleans, okay? Back in the 50s, 60s, okay? That was their first location. Then they opened one up in Houston, Texas. And they opened one up in Dallas, Texas. So I searched Dallas, Texas, Brennan's, because I knew this was in Dallas, Texas. And only the new location was coming up. And I looked at the location, I was like, nah, this is not the place. This right here, the floor and everything, that's not the place. It's not the same place. So then I kept searching and searching, and then finally, I mean, you can't just search up Brennan's restaurant in Dallas, Texas, and expect to find this location. You're not going to find it, okay? So somehow I found it, all right? And when I found it, it was the exact same location that Bruce Lee sat. And I have a actual photo of the waterfall right here. And if you look close, that's Brennan's restaurant right there. Okay, so Bruce Lee was sitting right here during this demonstration on that flower pot, watching the demonstration right over here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys more proof in a little bit of where this location was, so you guys can confirm, have confirmation. So right here is a Brennan's restaurant, one main place, Dallas, Texas menu. Now these menus are not hard to find. They're very easy to find from New Orleans, okay? But this restaurant, one main place, it opened in 1969 when one main place opened. One main place right here opened in 1969. Okay, the beginning of 1969. And I even got the matchbook right here. You see that? You see how it concaves into the ground? And there's a building right there? That's the Dallas Bank. Okay, underneath the ground at one main place, there's shops. Okay, so there's a restaurant right here, and there's shops. If you go through the other parts of this, this is the courtyard. Okay, one main place courtyard is where the demonstration was Tuesday, October 21st, 1969. Okay, earlier in the day. Inside here, there's all kinds of shops. It's like an underground shopping mall, and downtown Dallas has tunnels. So people would take the tunnels to go to work to avoid traffic on the top where the streets are. It was a tunnel system with a underground shopping center, and then they had the bank. The bank is right here. Now it's a hotel. It's currently a hotel, but the bank had all the different floors and different departments like accounting and finance, everything up there. They kept everything in the bank, and the bank was on the first floor on the bottom. Okay, so now you guys know that. Back to the menu. So what's cool about this menu, this was the only one main place Dallas, Texas menu on for sale. I got it off eBay, and I got it at a time nobody knows about this. I know for a fact no one knows about this. Do we know if Bruce Lee ate there? We don't know that. The restaurant was there, so it's very possible he had lunch there. However, the special thing about this menu is this is the 1969 menu. This was sitting in the restaurant when Bruce Lee was doing that demonstration. This very menu was sitting in that restaurant. This was used from 69 to the early 70s, and then they came out with the yellow menu. So I'm gonna open this up. It's a large menu. But if you want to see there's the prices inside. Okay. So I picked this up. You never know. There might be some credit card receipt out there floating around from 69 that has Bruce Lee's signature from eating at this restaurant. We don't know that, but what I do know is this very menu was in that restaurant at the time Bruce did that demonstration. So they might be dime a dozen to get these from New Orleans, but for one main place, this exact menu is pretty hard to get. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna go to the next photo and show you guys a little something. Okay, the one main place for Metroplex banking, okay? So the Texas Bank, a major bank in the most important banking center in Southwest, can be open door to your corporate needs. The Texas Bank, through its statewide network and 350 correspondent banks, is capable of fulfilling all the banking needs of today's business. Through continued expansion of our resources and international banking services, we are dedicated to future growth of the Southwest Metroplex. When you make your decision to expand your business interests into this area, let the Texas Bank become your financial center. Now, if you look on the bottom right here, there's the street level, okay? And there's where Bruce did the demonstration down in here. So if you can see that right down there, I'm going to show you guys. It's a little illustration of it, but that's one main place for you guys right there, okay? This is part 1 of a 2-video series. So I will get back to you guys on the next video, but this is lost information, and this will be inside of tournaments and demonstrations. Me and Ludo worked on some of them together, and then Ludo did some on his own, and this is one that I did on my own, purely on my own research. So I just wanted to show you guys this lost information, and you guys have seen it here first. Thank you very much, and I'm going to put on a little video for you guys to see One Main Place back in 1969 when it opened. Thank you.
The occasion was the formal establishment of the Principality of this One Main Place. A magnificent parade began the festivities. The throng was led by 2 trumpeters, 6 banner girls, and a 6-member drill team. Music was provided by the 4-man National Standing Orchestra, and protection was provided by the National Standing Army, standing alone because there's only one of him. The Principality's royalty rode in the very latest of limousines. They were followed by honored guests and 6 bell ringers, 6 flower girls, a steam calliope, and a tram. When the magnificent assemblage moved onto the open plaza of One Main Place, the wind had just about taken over. And on top of that, there was speech-making. During the declaring of the interdependence of the Principality with the city of Dallas, the combination proved too much. The Grand Monarch, W.W. Overton, Jr., also board chairman of the Texas Bank, had to hold on to the keeper of the grand document. The release of a large mass of balloons and a big boom of the Royal Cannon, of course, got the high point of this blast underway. This was the extremely social sailboat regatta. As dignitaries poled their sleek sloops around the fountain, they had some assistance from the Main Place mermaid who appeared out of the deep. And with her help, C.A. Tatum pushed his number 4 entry to victory and the title of Admiral of One Main Place. So now One Main Place is officially a principality of its own. But we need not point out that citizens of Dallas and of other cities need no special visa to visit here. This is Teal Salon, Channel 8's foreign correspondent at One Main Place.